This is the golden era.
Hey, I'm the best that did it. I'm in your local favorite rapper, top 5. Black world, higher level niggas meet me topside.
Tip top, shape, locks break, leave you lopside. If you can't see it, you receiving it through cocked eyes.
Besides, who are you to question me? You better trust in me before I'm in demand and people paying bucks to me.
True with you is who it sucks to be. See, you was under the impression my aggression was a front to see if you would fuck with me.
Luckily,
What's going on, world? What's going on? I'd like to welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Golden Era Podcast. On this podcast, man, we're going to be talking about the music straight up, no filters, just the real shit. I am your host, Chris G. And if you're listening to this podcast, that means you already found us. But if not, make sure you check us out at goldenerapodcast.com. And you can subscribe on all your favorite pod platforms. Make sure you follow me on IG at Golden Era Podcast. Leave some feedback, sponsorship inquiries, artist, producer submissions, because we need music, man. You know, I'd like to play other people's music, some beats and shit, you know, behind the podcast and all of that stuff. Like some local artists, you know, if local producers, if y'all want to get down. That'd be the best way to do it. Just visit the website, man. We'll play your shit, man. If it's dope, I'll play it. If it ain't dope, well, it's gonna go in the trash. I mean, because that's what the Golden Era
plate.
The weed is gonna turn to a weed plate, yo. So that's what the Golden Era Podcast is about. All the, just straight up hip hop, man. No gossip. I don't care about nobody beefs. How many record sales you got? It ain't gonna be none of that. It's all about, you know, top 10 MCs, your best producers, best albums, you know. What was the coldest era? We might even get some young cats in here, man. Do some old head versus young head stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
that should be real interesting.
That's gonna be a real interesting episode. Actually, that's gonna be the next episode I'm gonna do. I got somebody lined up for that already. So that's what the show is gonna be. I probably do it bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks is gonna be a guest. I'm your host, Chris G, but the guest is gonna always be somebody different, you know, just cats I know, people I know that we done had these conversations already. And today I got on the phone with me my brother, he down in Atlanta, my brother Mark G.
Yeah, what's up? What's good with y'all? What's up?
Yeah, man. So then I got my other guest, friend from high school, man, fellow hip hop alum, my man Dari. What's going on?
What up, my ninja? Holding it down.
What's been good with you, man?
Man, just working in the real world and in the creative world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be able to do both.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the best way to do it.
For sure.
But you the resident MC in the house too, man. So another segment I like to do on this show is going to be called The 9 Elements. So just want to touch on one element in hip-hop every episode because I just want people to know that hip-hop ain't just rap music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's more than just the music. It's a lot more encompassing hip-hop. It's a lifestyle. It's a culture. It's a way of thinking. It's a you know, it's how you lead your life. For me, that's how it is, and a lot of other people, you know.
Yeah.
It ain't what you do, it's how you live. That's how I live.
Yeah, man. So, like so for me, the 9 elements that I think of as hip hop would be breaking, emceeing, graffiti, DJing, beatboxing, street fashion, street knowledge, street language, and street entrepreneurialism, trade, and business. Right? Those are the things that encompass hip hop. Right? And you don't have to know how to do all of them. Because I don't know how to do all of them. Shit, you know? I can't draw word for shit.
Right.
The access is always there to all of them. That's the good thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like, you know, I started out, you know, fucking DJing. So, you know, that's another thing I wanted to talk about is how we all found hip-hop, you know? So, for me, I found hip-hop, man, with my brother. Shit, because he older than us.
A
lot of stuff you listened to, man, was how I found hip hop. you know, the Rob Bass and Easy Rocks, the Coogee Raps and Run DMCs and Rakim and you know, really for me, man, it was more so like Public Enemy, man, with Terminator X, man, because I used to want to be a DJ. That's how I started.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the time,
right,
that was the DJ.
Yeah.
That was, you know, plus back then it wasn't a lot of DJ. I mean, it was the DJ was a major part of people act, so.
Yeah, and he was ill. He was like a superhero.
Yeah.
With the glasses on, and the hat, you know what I'm saying? Always like silent but deadly. Terminator X.
And you remember, like, a lot of times back, they don't even do this no more, but like it will always be on every album, like they will always have this one song dedicated to let the DJ go ahead and do his thing.
Busy, right.
Whole song dedicated. They don't even do that no more.
Right.
You know
Just like the live shows, they'll do that. They'll let them cut up for a second. At some shows.
Yep.
Yeah, albums they used to have that, especially with Eric B and Rakim. They would have, you know, Eric B would have his, you know, his song, his one little DJ song. He cut up, you know. But yeah, they don't do that no more.
Right.
The DJ really just.
Nah,
I mean, a little. I guess
he was a part of. He was a part of the crew. It wasn't just he was just in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like it is now. It's just these cats now. They have anybody up there DJing for them. They're like whoever knows got some instrumentals, just throw them on. Now, I mean, that's how it is now. But back then, it was part of that crew. It was like you couldn't have that crew if you didn't have your DJ. If he wasn't on point, your crew wasn't shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, so the DJ, that's kind of how I fell in love with hip hop, man. With trying to be a DJ. I remember, man. You remember back in the day, Dari, all the fucking little rave parties I used to DJ for, man. We used to have all the little parties and abandoned buildings, and people let us do them in their house and shit. And
that was the shit.
I had the mismatched turntables, man, and all old ass amp, but I still got all my vinyl now, man. All that same shit from back then. So. DJing, but then, you know, as I got older in high school, man, got into production and making beats and rhyming and doing shows, you know. But then what I really, really fell in love with hip-hop, man, is fucking Wu-Tang, yo.
Right.
Because that kind of resembled us, you know what I mean? What we was doing in high school, we was a whole big-ass crew of cats, man, just all different. Everybody had a different hand in the hip-hop. Some cats was rhyming. Some cats was doing graffiti. Some cats was freestyle battling. Some cats was battling. You know what I mean? It was like everybody had something different that they was doing within the elements of hip-hop.
Them niggas represented us to the fullest.
Like, all the way.
Grimy.
Yeah, that was y'all crew. I remember that. I do remember that. I was like, I'm proud of them cats because they doing it the way I like to see it done. That's how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had y'all own lane back then. I wasn't trying to be like everybody else. Y'all was doing y'all thing. I was proud of that. I'm like, okay, this is why when I used to listen to hip hop when it first started, because you know I'm older than y'all. When it first started, so then they used to come around and listen to the stuff I was listening to, and I'm like, okay, this is why I want y'all to see that this is what it is. It ain't about all that bullshit. This is the real shit right here. And y'all took it and ran with it the right way. So I was definitely proud of that.
Oh yeah, man. It was. I mean, that's what led us in that certain direction. You know, being able to, and that's another thing. You know, a lot of cats don't get nowadays is being able to see, you know, some real hip hop, so they fall in with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So
they act like it don't even exist no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
Like the radio is their only access to it.
Yeah.
As far as like on a global level, you know what I'm saying? But like if you know what to look for. It's plenty of it out there. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know what to dig, where to dig.
Yeah. So Dari, when you fall in love with hip hop, man? When you you know, what made you want to be an MC and, you know, and really follow and throw on that backpack and the baggy jeans and rock Timbs and shit like that?
Yeah, it was already like it was in the backdrop of my childhood, but it really started like with moms and shit, like. Me being the little nigga with the pajamas on, coming out the room when I ain't supposed to, and moms is out there with the incense going, smoking joints with her homies and shit. Yeah. And I'm hearing certain shit on the radio, Slick Rick and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all the early shit, Rakim and shit. And then once I got to middle school, it was EPMD, Redman, Nas, Wu-Tang, and I remember my music teacher asked us. Like, y'all, you know, y'all into that rap stuff or whatever, why don't y'all try to put something together, a little performance for the potluck? Cause I was a fan of hip hop.
Yeah.
But I never thought about rhyming and shit. So we was finna have a potluck at the school, at middle school. I was a little nigga. And I wrote a rap, you know what I'm saying? And it's been on ever since.
Ever since.
14.
Word.
When I kicked my
Ever
first
since.
shit. I'll
First
be
year,
40 this year.
14.
Yep.
That's dope, man. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, bro? What you when you first found hip hop,
y'all,
man?
You know, I'm a little older than y'all, so it was a different era. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all came up into that golden era, like
Yeah, that's when we
beginning.
was more right. We caught the ass end of like the 80s and was more into the 90s, more into the 90s hip hop, you know.
Right.
So I came into it when it first started, like when it very first started cracking, like when it got mainstream. Like it was around since the 70s, but it wasn't. That was some New York shit, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't for everybody to get it at the time. So I remember like about, what was this? It was like 7th, 8th grade. This was like 84, 83, 84. And that's when Run DMC came out.
Oh,
and then like Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying? Like I know y'all seen Crush Groove. I ain't even got to
fact.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I already know that. And I seen that. I'm like, dog, this is dope. This is the shit that I'm on, because this is how we live it. You know what I'm saying? We all live in the same shit. I'm like, I can relate to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like the rhymes and the cats with the fly outfits. Like these dudes nowadays, all these cats dress weird as fuck now. Like, but back then, you used to want to dress like the MC cats with the Adidas with no shoestrings. And my mom used to go crazy over there, like, boy, fucking put some shoestrings in your damn shoes. But I'm trying to be fly though. You know what I'm saying?
You wanted to be like the MC.
It was like Crush Groove and Run DMC, and then I remember the Fresh Fest. It was like Run DMC, Houdini, Beastie Boys, Fat Boys, all of them on one tour. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. That was down to Mecca. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even really supposed to be up in there. Me and my guys sneaking up in there. Man, I used to love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ever since then, I was like, man, this is how you're supposed to live. This is life for me. You know what I'm saying? All that shit was like the soundtrack of my life. And I remember, I don't know if y'all remember this, but on Saturdays on WMSC, what is that, 91.7, I think?
Yep, 91.7.
Yeah. They used to have what they called the Saturday afternoon boogie bang.
The boogie bang,
like Smoking Cheech. Yeah, Too Tough Tony. And that's when Doc B used to be on there.
That's when Doc B came up. Yeah.
Yep. Fresh G. That's when Speech, you know what I'm saying? He used to be on there. They had a little crew on there. This was before he was Speech, you know what I'm saying? They had a whole other thing going on. Yeah, there wasn't no Arrested Development. It was way before that. They was on some B-boy shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I fell in love with it. Back then, this was in the mid-'80s. I was still young, but I knew this shit is... Because, you know, everybody like, it ain't going to last long. It ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. But, yo, it was... You see what it is now, you know what I'm saying? And so that's when I fell in love with it, back in the mid-'80s. Run DMC and Fat Boys. But then it came... Even from that level, it was another era right behind them. You had Kane, and you had Beastie Boys, and you had... Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? You had the Ice-T, KRS-One, and then NWA, and then all that just started coming. So it was like different levels of it. But then y'all came in right behind that when the Wu-Tang started popping.
Wu-Tang, like 93, 94.
Yeah, and Biggie and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, for a minute, like when the West Coast started popping, wasn't nothing cracking on the East Coast. They wasn't doing too much of nothing, but then that was like right around Snoop and Dre and Pac and all them. But then that Biggie album came out, and that kind of shifted everything back the other way. You know
it went back the other way. Because before that, it was before that when NWA came out, and then you had your Death Row and all the West Coast stuff, and I mean, I remember all that. You remember E40, all his shit first came out. That whole the Bay Area shit.
Practice looking hard.
Too short.
Any nigga that could rhyme in California was getting on. That's
everybody.
How it just blew up.
Compton's Most Wanted. Fucking Compton's Most Wanted was probably my favorite group out of the West Coast.
Above the Law.
Above the Law.
That was the shit.
Above the Law, exactly. Exactly. That family tree of NWA is just too big to even mention.
So at that
time,
the West Coast was, you know, it was because it was at the time, man. Was East Coast was just extra grimy, and then West Coast came. It was a little more smooth, man. It was A lot more live instrument, you know what I mean? A lot more funk to it, a lot more, bass lines.
More orchestrated almost.
Yeah, it was
on the real.
It wasn't.
You say that shit.
It wasn't as
less
scattered.
boom bappy and shit, of course, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Right.
orchestrated, live instrumentation more a little bit.
Yeah.
Besides the Roots. The Roots was doing that shit.
The Roots was
you know what
doing
I'm
that, but I'm talking about back when NWA and all them came out in the late 80s,
Back
early
in the day,
90s.
right.
Back then, they was, I remember, like Too Short, all that shit Too Short used to do. Well, after his early 80s stuff, when he got into later music and he got into more of the live instruments and a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
Because back in the day, in
They
the
had a
early
band.
80s, man, everything was just straight up TR-808 and drum machines, shit like that, But after that, they start Ann Banks and, co-producers like that with a lot of live instrumentation, man, and playing them keys and making it more musical.
DJ Quick.
DJ Quick,
On the
man.
real. He's one of the
There you
top
go.
dogs when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, it made it more musical.
Just the quality of his shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like you said, when Biggie came, it kind of switched. It switched back.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say
then it
too.
was like-
My bad, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, just with the Biggie thing, like he woke niggas in New York back up.
Yeah.
Like niggas was doing
That's
their
what I'm
thing, but
talking
he woke
about.
niggas the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? On the real.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He woke their ass up, and then it was like all that shit shifted back that way again. You know what I'm saying? So
he
I'm
created
like,
that balance
that's-
between the grimy shit and the smooth shit for niggas.
Yep, because he had some stuff on there. You're like, damn, is this some West Coast shit? Or, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? You didn't know what it was. But I'm like, okay, boom. And then I remember this is when The Source was out. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, yeah.
they had that, before an album would come out, they would preview it. Because that's how you used to learn about, who was who. Because there wasn't no damn internet.
There
back
wasn't no
then. They weren't
internet,
showing that shit on TV. Yeah.
Unsigned
So
hype
you
and
just
all
have to
that.
get these magazines and be flipping through. And I'm like, who is this dude? Nas. They keep talking about this cat Nas. The album ain't even out yet. But they giving this shit 5 mics. I'm like, hold up. So
Yeah.
then that dropped. And I remember when I bought that, I had that. And as soon as it came on, that first intro, and then that, New York State of Mind, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who is this nigga? Damn.
I remember just
Who
seeing
is
his
this
first
nigga
video.
here?
What was the first video? Halftime? Yeah, it was halftime.
Yeah, it was, yep.
And I was like, who is this motherfucking man? I didn't really like that shit at first when I first heard it halftime.
Yo, on the real, I was gonna
Right.
say when it come to this nigga, because he's my favorite. You know what I'm
He-
saying?
he-
Everybody
yeah.
knows that
Behind
shit.
KRS-One, he my favorite, man.
Right,
So-
right.
But when I heard halftime, I didn't like that shit at first. But
I didn't understand him. When
Yeah.
when it
There
Ain't
you
Hard
go.
to Tell came out, I didn't get it yet because
Yeah.
I was straight like Wu-Tang. I wasn't the calm complexity of his delivery. I didn't get it. The words he was using, he was going over my head. I didn't like him at first. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Now he's my fucking favorite. I'm checking for him every time. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was like the way he was rhyming, he kind of reminded me of like a young version of Rakim. I'm like, who is this young cat right here? Man.
Right. And I understand those comparisons too. It's like Osiris and Horus to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are similar. So,
Right.
real similar.
But I think Nas is more lyrically complex, and he has a broader range of topics when it comes to his albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his patterns switch up, whereas Rakim, I love him. He's the one who invented the complex, calm, assassin lyricism delivery. He's the father of that shit, but his pattern seems to remain the same as far as
all the time,
his rhyme structure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't change it. Like AZ, he does the same thing. He uses a certain pattern, but AZ will come out of that pattern though.
Sometimes,
but
yeah.
you know his flow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where Nas, Nas, Nas's flow, but it's always gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like him, because he don't stick to one emotion.
Yeah,
can switch it up.
Yeah, he switch it up a lot. Yeah, he do.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was one thing. Rakim, he really didn't do a lot of personal
You
stuff.
know,
very
Rakim just
monotone.
keep that shit. He keep that shit hip hop all the time.
Yeah,
all
that's a
day,
fact.
every day.
Yeah.
That's, you know what
I'm
I'm
waiting
saying?
on him now.
When you think of hip hop, you think of Rakim. You know what I'm saying? You think of Premier. Those dudes, you think of straight hip hop. That's you know what you're getting when you fuck with them.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I mean, that's generally where all of us, if you really into hip hop, that's generally where everybody really fell in love with hip hop. You know what I mean? At that time.
I didn't like that Wu-Tang the first time I heard it. I was like, this shit sounds stupid.
Mook didn't like
because
that
it
shit
was
either.
different.
Yeah,
It was
Mook didn't like
different.
that
the-
Wu-Tang shit either.
Which song?
Mook didn't when the first album, the whole album.
The whole
He didn't
album.
like that
Album.
shit because when I remember buying it.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the video, Protect Your Name. I'm like, who the fuck is these motherfuckers? But I bought it anyway because I was like, this some grimy ass shit. I want to hear it.
I remember seeing that.
And I saw it in the source.
Yeah.
I saw it in the source.
And I'm like, okay.
Because you got to think about it. At that time, our ears was kind of trained for that crisp sound, and like you said, with the West Coast when they're using live instruments, our ears was kind of trained for that. And then they came with just straight analog, just beats, some scratching.
Grimy.
Then they put the the grimy shit. And they had the karate movies in there. You're like, hold up, what is this? I'm not ready for this shit. So I remember one day I was like, I'm gonna sit down and listen to this shit for real. And I was like, okay, I get it now. All right, I'm good on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of, where we all fell in love with it at, man. And then you just evolve and you still listen to those, still listen to some like them artists now. Like, you still checking for them now when they albums will come out, And I was telling somebody this the other day. We are the first generation of people in hip hop to have artists still thriving. I mean, it was other artists who thrived till they got older, but now you actually see artists really thriving into their 40s and really into their late careers. Because you see this in rock and roll all the time. These dudes be 65 years old, still rocking the same albums, selling out tours all over the world. And this era of MCs that came from that golden era in the 90s, those are the first ones in hip-hop to still be out here rocking into their mid-40s. Just think about it. Redman, Method Man.
All on
Roots.
Instagram and shit.
Yeah, the Roots. You got Nas. Them cats.
If you look at Instagram, them cats be on tour all over the world.
Muddy Waters 2 is finna drop.
He's finna drop a whole nother album.
I can't wait till that shit come out.
These cats is 45. I mean, KRS-One, what, he 50, man? He gotta be. He's still dropping albums, still on tour. So you still got that era. It's finally made it to that point where I think these cats can go, Jay-Z, how old is Jay-Z, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Damn
man.
near 50.
Damn near 50.
And then it's like they're moving on. They're venturing off into different avenues.
Yeah,
it's not
so
just hip hop anymore.
Not just
You know what I'm saying?
But KRS-One said that a long time ago. Don't let rap just be your only thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do other stuff. So that's the essence of hip hop, man. Like I said, you may not be good at all of it, but you can pick parts of hip hop and be good at some of those things.
And if it got 5 elements,
my fault,
pardon self. If it got 5 elements though, and you could revolve and evolve within those 5, then you should be able to do rap and other things.
You should be able to do other
entrepreneur
things. Some type of
shit.
entrepreneur shit.
Exactly.
You should be able to get into something else, So, but like I said, a lot of them cats still rocking right now. But I mean, so what, Dari, man, what you got in your rotation right now? What music you listening to? Any new albums, man? Anything like that? You got some new shit you listen? Maybe put me on to some shit that I ain't, heard yet. You know what I'm saying? What you been listening to?
Right.
Yeah.
Because my brother put me on a bunch of shit all the time. So,
Well, I'm gonna say this, like a true father would do. My son is who I'm listening to right now because he's keeping my pen moving. Atlik, ATLIK.
There you go.
On Instagram is at Atlik NIA, at ATLIK NIA, and NIA is something he came up with, which is no ignorance allowed.
For sure.
But I'm bumping him.
There you go.
What I'm saying? I'm gonna get you some of his stuff too.
Yeah.
And we got some stuff coming out.
Yeah,
too.
I want to hear that.
For sure.
I definitely want to hear that.
But yo, Milano Constantine, man. He's digging in the crates, big pun. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never heard of him.
Yeah, if you go back to some old DITC shit.
Is he on some of that?
Yeah, Milano's the truth, and he's doing his thing right now. Like, he all on Instagram. He's dropping new projects, independent. So that's one cat I'm banging right now.
I just pulled that up on Spotify. It looked like he got a new album that just came out.
That's right, Atache Case.
Yeah, send me that.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm about to send it to you right now.
And the one prior to that was The Way We Were. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
But he's
where
fire.
You from?
Man, I want to say because he be saying so many different spots from Manhattan.
He from New York though.
Yeah, he from New York.
Okay.
Straight East Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? You'll know when you hear him. But yeah, he rep DITC.
Okay.
And TS Terror Squad.
I wonder if he was on the last DITC album. Because I know I got the
probably.
He probably was on there. He probably was. Because I just listened to the shit, man. I don't even be looking at the names. But yeah, who else you been listening to? Marcus sent me that shit. Cool, I got it.
Yeah, Rock Marciano. I fuck with Rock Marciano.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the car.
You know what I'm saying? Ka. Niggas got to check for Ka. He from Brooklyn. Brownsville.
What that rock sound like though?
That Rock Marciano. He's the shit, man. Is
it an EP or an album? Because I haven't. Like I said, I was telling you, I heard the single, the first one he had with Action Bronson.
Right. No, that's all I heard. Okay. I ain't heard like
off that new album.
The new album.
Okay.
I just heard the single, but I'm saying like these is niggas that's part of the lexicon of the shit I listen to in
all
life.
The time,
you know what I'm
all
saying?
The time, right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's who like niggas who ain't as mainstream.
Yeah.
That's fire though. You know what I'm saying? That's more fire than some of these mainstream niggas. That's a fact.
Man, that's easy to do at this point.
Yep.
There's a lot of cats that could be, man.
But Droog too, man. I'm still fucking with Droog.
Yeah, I remember you put me on him a long time ago.
Your old Droog, Y.O.D.
He came out with nothing lately, man, because the last...
Pax was the last
I ain't heard nothing from him
been like 3 years ago.
Yeah, Pax. He been dropping some freestyles and shit.
Oh, okay.
He dropped a project with Wiki.
Okay.
Called What Happened to Fire.
Yeah, I ain't see that.
But yeah, I'll send you some shit.
Because I be checking for, I follow him and stuff like that, but I be checking for like a album.
Yeah, I'll send you some
and that
shit.
Pax, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was already.
I still listen to songs off of there. I was listening to that shit the other day when he got on there with P.
Yeah.
I forgot.
He got the hoodies joint.
Yeah.
But yo, what I was gonna say too, Ali Vegas, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
okay.
fuck with Ali Vegas, man. Ever since he came out, he be on Instagram doing his thing too, and he just recently did a fire ass interview with Doggy Diamonds and shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, them the cats. It's a lot, but them the ones right now that keep me inspired.
What you been listening to? What you been listening to, Martin?
Lately, well, I told you I went to go see Elzai. What was it, last weekend? You know what I'm saying? So, man, that nigga rocked the motherfucking house, burnt the stage down. It was like 100 people in there, maybe. But you would have thought we was at the motherfucking garden or something. He got loose in there. So
God.
I've been.
Where was that at?
I've been listening to at the spot called Aisle 5. Down. Remember where you got your the earring things done at?
Yeah.
In Little 5.
In Little 5.
Right across the street from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right across the street from there. Yep. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to him, that Jericho Jackson album. I had to go back and listen to that. Then I went back and listened to, just the other day, I was listening to that Elzai, that Illmatic album where he redid Nas album. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but
yes, sir.
That
yes, sir.
That's a motherfucking classic right there for sure. I've been on my Griselda shit. Chris don't fuck with him, but that's like Conway and
I listen to him,
Gun.
man. I like my gun bars sparingly.
Yeah, that's one
thing. You know what I mean?
Everybody got you got to have a move for it. Sometimes.
I listen to MOP. They ain't nothing but hard shit.
Fathers of that shit.
Yeah, they like the fathers of that shit. So
Cassidy.
But see, if you listen to Rock Marciano, he got that. Where it ain't really no beat. It's just like an instrumental looping. You know what I'm saying? That's what they
see. What I like about them, but see what I like about them is that's what they use, grimy beats, dog. Because they be on rocking Mad Alchemist beats, yo. Them cats be on Mad Alchemist beats.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
like Conway got an album out now. He just dropped it, but he ain't putting it out. He's selling a CD. He trying to take it back old school.
That's
like
what
he got to buy
I
it
said,
off the website. Yeah. He ain't putting that shit out on streaming. It's $20. I'm like, hey, that's. He like, nigga, if you niggas fuck with me, y'all fuck with me. Yeah, I ain't putting that shit out on the streaming.
Find a way to get this shit, the physical.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you see, I got my vinyl. I still buy that shit. I buy vinyl. If you put it on vinyl, I buy it.
Like you said earlier, Redman got a new album coming out. He just dropped a new single today. Matter of fact, I just listened to that shit the other day.
What's the name of that shit, fam?
I saw that too.
Shit. I'm finna pull it up right now. It's called 1990 Now. That shit hot.
Okay, I seen the little clip for it. So he released the whole shit?
Yeah.
All right, I'm checking
the whole
that.
song. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up and send it to Chris right now.
And that shit is already sounding funkified, but like with a new twist.
Already.
Yeah. He worked with some new producers and shit like that.
I'm gonna tell y'all another cat from Buffalo. His name is I don't know if y'all heard of him. Quadir Latif. I don't know if y'all heard of this cat.
No, that's an ill
But
name,
I'm gonna send. This dude is nice. I had never heard of him. We just did a EP with who was that? Is it Static Selector? I think it is. Yeah, he just did an EP with him.
I think I did save that already. Just send it to me again though.
Yeah,
he nice. Nah, I be thinking about it, dog.
Yeah.
Damn. But like I said, that's what I said, man. He put me on my brother. He put me onto a lot of shit all the time. So, who else you got in there? You been listening to?
Man. And then I just made a playlist of like all instrumentals. Because sometimes you just want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got like Jay Dilla on there, Pete Rock, Lars Professor, Phonics. It's I'm gonna send you that too. You know what I'm saying? It's got like about 500 songs on there. Yeah. I'm gonna send it to him right now.
Yeah, I got some instrumental
playlists too. Sometimes you just want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be on when I be at the crib chilling. And I also still be on my old school shit. I be listening to a lot of go-go. Sometimes when I'm chilling, a little bit of jazz, but definitely the old school hip hop. I always got to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. For me, man, I've been listening to, I don't know, I kind of went on to a little dance hall mission real quick, man, and Pop Can came out with some shit. But outside of that, I still got that Royce album in rotation. The Book of Ryan. The Book of Ryan. You heard that shit, Dari?
No.
Man.
I want to hear it.
Oh.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, man, you got to get on that one.
Yo. I don't know, man. That shit, it's a lot more personal.
I know, because I already know.
Yeah, man.
That's why I want to hear it.
It's dope as fuck, man. He
Fighting
got
them demons and shit.
Yeah, he got a lot of stories on there, man. Some dope skits. Like, it's a real fucking album. You can follow the shit.
It sounds like that was the album that he always wanted to make.
I really want to hear it. On the real. Because that says a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't even say that.
Also, I'm going to tell y'all. Yeah, one more I've been listening to is Apollo Brown and that cat Locksmith got an album. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
Yeah.
I tried to listen to it. I might have to go back to it. I don't know.
He's the truth.
You know him and Joel Ortiz about to have an album too. He just
Apollo Brown
dropped a new single. Yeah, did I send you that single?
You sent it to me. I haven't clicked on it yet. I gotta click on that.
Yo, a few years back, he dropped a project with Razkaz, Apollo Brown.
Yep.
Fire.
Yeah.
On the real.
But he did that one. Then he did the one with Sky Zoo.
I'm gonna tell you the best one.
He did
the best one he did was
with Planet
Asia. The anchovies. Damn.
Yo, you didn't hear that one?
I still bump that.
That shit is.
I be bumping that shit at work in my headphones. Yo, Planet Asia. That's what I'm saying. Niggas like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Niggas don't be knowing, dog.
That album.
And he's a West Coast
one of the
nigga.
hardest.
Yeah.
That's the hardest working nigga in hip hop. That nigga had an album out every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
I still listen to I still got him in my rotate because I got like a playlist, man, just all the new albums from like the last few months, and I just put them all into one playlist, man. I put that shit on random. And I just let it play.
I think
the Do-Rag Dog. I've been listening to my Do-Rag Dynasty shit. Yeah, Marcus put me onto that shit. I was like, damn, where the fuck? How the fuck I didn't hear this shit?
No doubt.
Yeah, dog.
I think last year, I think that nigga dropped 3 albums last year, at least 2 or 3. And the anchovies, then he had another one. Man.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, hey, that Do-Rag Night, you say that. I was just listening to that shit the other day, too. It came up on the playlist. Yeah. Who else I got in there, man? I still listen to that Smoke Dizzle, man, that Not For Sale. Yep. That shit dope.
Yep.
Who else I got in there, man? Sheik. I was trying to listen to that Sheik EP, man. He got some, it's all right. He got some stuff on there.
I ain't really feeling that one.
You ain't feeling the Sheik EP?
That's my nigga, but I ain't really feeling that. I don't know.
It's all right. It's, I mean, he has some.
I mean, for his bars, his shit always gonna be hard. It's just some of the music I don't really.
Yeah, some of the music some of his music selection sometimes, man, be kind of a little suspect.
That should be a little too trappy for me.
Yeah, he be on his trap shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, right. But he got the one cat, yo. I've been listening to that Styles, man. The little EP he had and the album, the G Host. That shit is, man.
Yep.
I gotta hear that too, man.
Yeah, dog. Hard bars. And he independent, man, so he all original beats, man.
Yeah.
Don't be no samples and all that other crazy shit.
Yeah. He's a balanced nigga, man.
Yeah, dog. So that, man, but the one cat, I think Sheik had a song on this little EP, man. One of the producers, Vinny Idol. They be like, Vinny Idol, nigga.
Yeah,
dog.
I heard it.
Dog, that cat. Man, he cold, man. As production, follow on Instagram, dog. He be in the studio making beats and shit.
I forgot about him, yo, but he's been just as soon as I heard the name. You know what I'm saying,
dog. Yeah, he been around. He, strictly with the Locks, man, making beats for Styles, man, and shit like that. So I've been listening to that, man. So yeah, what I've been having in rotation, man. Just trying to keep it. I go back to some old school shit for a little while, but just that stuff right now. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and my like I said, I've been on my dance hall, man. So, and that's another extension of, you know, to me, hip hop and rap. I mean, that's where it kind of, you know, a lot of the hip hop came from, was from the dance hall.
Right.
You know, the DJs in New York. You know what I'm saying? And bringing that element to it. So, I still listen to my dance hall, man. So,
Yo, I just sent you that instrumental playlist. Make sure you get that to him.
Yeah. Good looking, B.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And yo, as far as the dance hall too, that's what's tight, because you can listen to other stuff, and like if you MC, if you a writer, listening to other shit will influence you to do some hip hop shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how you catch a whole new wave, so to speak, by listening to other shit going outside your shit.
Yeah, I mean, look at when Drake did what I can't remember what album it was, when it was all pretty much like dance hall calypso type beats. I think I can't remember what album that was when he was doing that.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And it was actually, man, and if I remember right, it was actually a lot of dance hall artists, man, that was kind of pissed off because they like,
you know what? I just thought that.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, like y'all over here, you know, doing whatever with our shit, but
if it's good, nigga.
Like, what the fuck? But y'all ain't giving us no credit for this shit and stuff like that. So
that's another thing.
You know,
that's real.
Just straight up copying the whole style and stuff like that. So I feel them. You know what I'm saying? Pay homage to the shit, you know, that you taking somewhere else. So
real shit.
So yeah, I've been on my dance hall. Like I played you that one song, man, that where Tupac got the violin from.
I was feeling that.
Yeah, the Pirates, it's called Pirates Anthem, something like that. But yeah, that shit was dope too. So yeah, I've been on my dance hall, man. So, but that's what we've been doing. So let's get into the main topic, which is why we here. Because this is a discussion that can go on forever and ever. And you can have it 100 different times and it might come out 100 different ways, you know? And you might have a conversation in one day and 6 months later, it'd be a whole different conversation. And that's the top 10 MCs.
That's him?
You know what I mean? Let me see who.
Benny Idol. That's the right page.
Yeah, I think that's the right one. Yep. Wow. Yeah. He be on there making beats and shit. But yeah, top 10 MCs. Man, it's a topic. How many times we done had this discussion, man?
Since hip hop's
I like to
inception.
go with 10, you know what I'm saying? People always like, what's your top five? I'm like, that's lazy. I'm like, that's lazy. Give me 10.
That's lazy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, just 10. Because we were sitting here talking about that. He was like, man, I got 5. I was like, you can do 10, man. There's a lot of dope MCs. You know what I'm saying? Like, 10, you could probably
I could run off 20.
Yeah, you could do 20. Yeah, like
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. The top 10 MCs is, you know, that's like a staple of hip hop conversation, you know?
Yeah.
And that's, if you really listening like that and you really got guys, you know, people you hang around that's really into hip hop, you're going to have a top 10 or a top 5 discussion, you know? And some people had the same, some people got different, you know? But, you know.
Those conversations that I have here in Atlanta be totally different.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah, they be different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't shit on nobody because, you know, everybody listens to what they like. I don't shit on nobody. I'm like, hey, that's what you own. That's what you own. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's all music.
Cool. Well, let's start off with you so we can kind of go through the eras here since you the older head. You know, what's your top 10 MCs right now? I won't say of all time. I'll say top 10 right now because it might change. Like I said, we might even revisit this topic another time on this show. Yeah. You know? And
I'm gonna give you 10. I'm gonna give you 10. They ain't gonna be in no particular order. I'm just gonna give you 10. How about that?
Just 10, and you know, and why you like them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Number one, I mean, I always go back and forth with this with myself. It depends on what I listen to at the time. It's going to be either Rakim or KRS-One. It's going to, they 1 and 1A right there. That's 1 and 2. So them two speak for themselves. Like KRS-One, he came out and we was like, whoa. And I'm going to tell y'all, like I said, I'm older than y'all. That album of, what was that, Criminal Minded?
Oh, yeah.
And Eric B. and Rakim, what was that, Paid in Full?
Oh, yeah.
Those two came out on the exact same day. on a Tuesday. I walked up to Audio Vibe on 24th and Capitol, spent my last money on that. Both of them came out the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when do that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 albums like that come out the same day. That's
that
crazy.
was.
So,
and some cats, you got to, back then, like, man, which one am I going to get? Oh, damn.
right.
Yep.
Right. Like Rakim, like that Paid in Full album, that shit could come out today and still be just as relevant as it was back then. It could come out right now, same album.
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta do nothing to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you heard Rakim, it was like, that's an MC right there. That's the epitome. When you think of MC, it's Rakim or KRS-One, one of them two. So those are top 2 for me. Then third is Nas. That's like my favorite cat of all time is Nas. You know what I'm saying? That's, man, like all the points y'all mentioned earlier about that cat, that's, hey, I'm on the same level with y'all on that. That Illmatic album, that was like the soundtrack of my life at that time. You know
what's your favorite Nas album? Illmatic? That's your favorite one? Because everybody always say Illmatic is the best Nas album ever.
But see, I used to think that until me and you had this conversation before, and it was like the one after that. I'm like, nah, I'm kind of thinking the one after that was better.
It was
than
written.
Illmatic. Yeah.
What you think, Dari?
It was like,
written. Which one you think what's your favorite best Nas album?
Illmatic.
Illmatic?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. You know what I'm
Illmatic, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we had that
The
conversation.
second one was like, the second was like, he came out again and was like, motherfuckers didn't think he could do that shit again. It was like he stepped this shit up to another level on that one. I'm like, okay, he's serious about it. Because a lot of people was like, yeah, he ain't going to be able to do it. Yeah, he ain't going to be able to do that Illmatic shit again. But he was like, hold up, I got something else for y'all. I was like, damn. He kind of, after listening to it again, I'm like, this motherfucker might be right there. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, he realized, okay, that first one, niggas was feeling it. Now, I gotta double up on that and come with something harder than that. So, Nas,
the shit when he was talking about the gun, yo, like when he was the gun,
gave you power.
I gave you power. Like,
I gave
you
you
could
power,
play that for a young cat right now. He probably wouldn't know what the fuck he was talking about in that song. Dude, I think Shamar told me he did that. He played this shit for his girl's son. He said he played the song for him. Yeah, for Alex. Played it for him and asked him at the end of the song what this song about. He said, dude, didn't even
Right.
Like, what?
Pull my skin back and cock me. I bust off when they unlock me. I mean, come on, son.
Come on, man.
That nigga, dog.
Come on, man.
Yo.
So that's what 3 you got. KRS-One, Rakim, Nas. Who else you got?
4, I'm going to put Jay in there. I got to put Hov in there, man, number 4.
Hov?
So, yeah, lately, he be on some different shit now, but, you know, he I'm going to let him have that. You know, so even though that last album he put out, that shit was dope. That was at 444. I like that one. But Jay-Z is number 4, definitely. After that, a lot of people will be giving me shit for this one, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say Black Thought. Because
I don't know who give you shit for that.
Whoever do, fuck
a
em.
lot.
Probably all the niggas down there in Atlanta with you. That's all the niggas down there in Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about. They be like Black Thought. I be like, man, but I was like, you know what? I'm not here to school nobody. All I do is say, go listen to this, go listen to that.
Hey, yo, son, word is born real quick. I want to say, you heard this project with Knife Wonder he just dropped?
Yeah, the last one.
Okay,
yep, that's another one.
For sure.
Yep,
for sure.
That's another one.
You just made me think of that word.
Matter of fact, off topic, him, Rakim, and Pharoah Monch about to do a live mixtape on stage.
Oh, shit. Where they doing that, down there?
No, I think it's going to be somewhere in New York. I think it's Philly, somewhere out that way. But I'm like, that shit is going to be epic. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, them 3 on the stage together.
Can't
wow.
believe that shit.
I know.
What he just said. For real.
Yeah.
I'll be checking for that.
When I saw it on Instagram, I was like, hold up. Let me do some digging on that to see if this is true. And then it's like, yeah, because it popped up on a couple different spots. And then Pharoah Monch on his page, he was talking about, I'm like, okay, if he campaigning for it, then that must mean that shit is real, because he don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? So, who else? So that's 5 right there. So now the next 5, Biggie. Even though he only had 2 albums, still that's big. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, that's, you know what I'm saying, big. Redman behind that, and that speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Red taught a lot of these cats bit his style, like Ludacris. I'm just gonna put it out there and say it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats copy his style, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been the same from day one. He ain't switched this shit up none. He's still, like you said, he's still relevant, still dropping albums, still doing his thing. Ghostface, definitely Ghost.
Yeah, he here tonight too, man. He in Milwaukee tonight.
Yep. Sure is. Yep.
Peace to the God.
Yep. Because you remember, it was a minute, man, where the Wu was kind of slowing down a little bit, but then
Facts.
Ghost came out with that supreme clientele and just recharged their whole shit up again. You know what I'm saying?
99
he consistently dropping albums.
Yep.
So out of all them cats, he the only one that keep. And then he worked with other people. He keep that soul into it. You know what I'm saying? So Ghost always gonna be in there.
Man,
I gotta
Ghost
say,
is-
Ice
man.
Cube. Cube is my man from day one. That's my nigga from day one. Because he brought his whole thing over to the East Coast and still kept it gangster with it when he was fucking with Public Enemy when he dropped that first album.
Oh, yeah, when he
been
did
consistent.
America's Most Wanted, yeah. Yep.
Yep. I fucks with Cube.
Yeah.
And the last one is Kane. I got to put Kane in there. Got to do that. He got to be in my top 10. I can't make no top 10 without having him in there.
Oh, Kane. Yeah, hey, but Kane's still out here rocking too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still out here rocking too. He still shows and man, that
Like
one
I could rattle off 10 more names if I wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it at 10.
That's a fire ass top 10, man. I mean, like I said, you never know, and next year it might change. You know what I'm saying?
It changed because sometimes I'll take somebody out and put Pharoah Monch in there. Or I'll put like Showbiz and AG. I'll throw Big L in there. You know what I'm saying? It changed with Master Ace because I love Master Ace. You know what I'm saying? Or it changes. I could put Jadakiss in there. It's all relative, man. It all changes. You know, it's all good music.
Yeah, that's a fire ass top 10, man. That is a dope top 10. You want to get into your top 10, Dari, man? What you got over there, man?
Yeah, man.
What you got for your top 10, man?
It's a lot of cats. It's a couple similar ones to what Big Bro just said, you know what I'm saying? But definitely Rakim, because he like laid the foundation for lyricism for me to want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
And it's Don't Sweat the Technique and everything before that shit. That's where I started to catch it at, though. I remember everything before that. I was younger. But then
when
I
Pain
went
in Full and all that stuff came out.
We was a little younger.
We was young for that, man. So when we got into hip hop, we had to actually go back and, when we found...
Don't Sweat the Technique,
yeah, because that's how it was when I had, when we found hip hop, but then it was stuff before that, and I'm like, let me go back. And that's when I really got into like Run DMC and shit like that, you know what I mean? Rock Box and all that other shit, you know. And
even them older flicks, like you said, Crush Groove and shit,
all
Beat
that shit.
Street and shit.
Yeah, because we was really into hip hop, so you wanted to know where that shit fucking came from.
Breaking, Electric Boogaloo.
Wild Style.
Hell yeah.
Wild Style, all that shit. Yep.
Yo, word is born, but my favorite of all time, though, is Nas. You know what I'm saying? Nasty Nas.
Nas. That's what,
two? Yeah, that's two right there. Just like Rakim 2.0. Kind of.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Shit 3.0, rhyming backwards. Rhyming like a film noir detective on Hip Hop is Dead. That shit is brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
Like, niggas be sleeping on that shit.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Look here, see? This nigga is a fool. This nigga, I would love to see the footage of the studio session for that.
Nah, yeah,
You know
that
what I'm
would have
saying?
been...
If they recorded it, that'd be so ill. Like video footage.
Yeah.
But anyway, Killer Priest, man.
Killer Priest?
Oh,
Yeah, he's my favorite out of all the clan niggas. Killer Priest. When I was young, I didn't know because of the complexity.
What was the name of that first album?
Heavy Mental.
Heavy Mental, yes.
And Heavy Mental 2 was coming.
Yeah.
Heavy Mental 2 was coming. But Killer Priest, first of all, I want to say Nas and Killer Priest are my favorite of all time. Them two, if I had to pick two niggas, it'd be them two. But Killer Priest for many reasons, because he can mix the street with the spirituality and shit, you know what I'm saying? But
that Bible shit, man.
Yeah, he got a Bible part 2, son.
Do he?
Fucking brilliant. He kicked like one verse from it at a live show, you know what I'm saying? And so that's coming. But cannabis, man.
Cannabis?
The industry feared cannabis, dog.
He was called for it, he was,
you know what I'm saying?
He was dope.
He's still dropping too.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing from him in a minute.
Yeah, he just dropped some shit called I can't think of it right now, but it's fire. I'll send you the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check for that.
Yeah, I'll get that to y'all. That shit is banging. What's that? 4? 3, 4? Yeah, that's 4.
Nas, Rakim,
Killer Priest.
Killer Priest.
AZ is another one. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
AZ. Him and Nas go together like fucking De Niro and Pacino. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why them cats man just they can just make like a.
We need that album.
Just them two.
I know.
Before I leave this earth, dog.
I think it's too late though now.
It might be too late.
I be thinking that too. Like I be wanting to know what's good, but yeah, AZ man, niggas.
He got that album though. It's kind of his. It's like a duo, him and Ghostface.
They did a joint together.
It's a live album.
That was wasn't that one Apollo Brown? No, that wasn't one Apollo.
It's
Brown.
live. It's with the live instruments on. It's on my brain. It's on my brain.
That's the one dude from that dude Adrian Young did.
No, not that one. That's not it. No, this one was. This was the one that with the band. 12, not 12.
With Bad, Not Good. You talking about that one?
Hold on, man.
AZ and Ghostface.
I'm looking at it. Hold up. I'm looking at it right now. Wait a minute. It's 36 seasons.
36, yes. 36 seasons. Yeah, dog, it's a story.
Yeah.
You ain't never hear, dog, it's a story of how he was, when he was a kingpin, right, and he had to leave 36 seasons, 9 years.
Who, Ghost?
Yeah.
So this ties into the...
I think it ties into the 12 Reasons to Die. It's kind of like after that a little bit, right? So he ends up...
He got joints on here with AZ.
Yeah, AZ on a few of them. AZ plays a character. He plays a character. He plays a cop. So AZ plays one of his... So here the story is, Ghostface, he was, street cat, blah, blah. And he had to leave because, the feds was getting on him, right? So he had to leave. He left his girl, his guys and shit. He gone for 9 years. He come back, the neighborhood and changed. One of his boys, who was AZ, that was his boys back in the day, that he hustled with. Now AZ a cop, right? But now he a cop, but now he actually dating Ghost's old girl. So they together now. Yeah, so that's how this whole story go. And then, so now AZ, since he the cop, but he a crooked cop, like, you know what I'm saying? He playing both sides. So he's so side. Yeah, so he tell Ghost like, yo, I need you to do some shit for me. You know what I mean? I need you to do some shit that I can't do because I'm a, boom, boom. And then, dog, you got to listen to this called, 36 seasons, dog. You just listen to the whole...
Yeah, that shit good looking. Word is born. I'm copping that.
Yeah, but it's like AZ on a bunch of songs because he plays a character in the story. So
Sticky Fingers album was like that.
Yeah, that album.
Kirk Jones shit.
Yeah, yep.
But yeah, man, that's what's up. I'm copping that.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna throw a female in my shit too.
Go for it, man. They MCs too. Shit.
Yeah, right. Yep. See, I like to use the term female because she don't like that term.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey? Yeah.
Man.
Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Yo, ain't nobody.
Yes.
She's like Bahamadia 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Bahamadia was my favorite female, quote unquote, lyricist or whatever. But Jean Grey is the shit on the real.
Because wasn't that you when we went to see her at what was it, A3C when she rocked that one little spot over there in East Atlanta Village? It was like her and
oh yeah, that was Jean. Yeah, dog.
Man,
yo,
what's up? She's fly too on the real.
Dog, and she don't play no shit when she be on the mic, yo.
I'm telling you, dog.
Yeah,
it's like
that shit with Pharoah Monch and Royce the 5'9". That's what did it for me right there.
Yeah,
that assassin shit. Mm-hmm. That's what did it for me.
Yeah, she dope.
I still get goosebumps when I hear that shit, dog. That's that warrior shit on the real.
Who else was performing that night?
And a lot of people that don't even know her, man. They don't even know who she is.
Somebody else performed that night. That was it though. It was like dog. It was at like a little bar, right? In the front was a bar, but you go through like this door, and it was like just a little small, little stage, you know, in the area.
Intimate.
It was man, real small. Yeah, she rocked that shit, man.
I'm gonna tell you who else rocked. That cat Denon Porter that be making beats for like Royce. And
that was him that opened up for her, wasn't it?
Yep.
He was there that night. Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
That was him.
There'd be some dope ass shows in Atlanta. He from Detroit. He do production. Shit like that.
He do. I know you talk about
with Eminem and all them cats. Yeah. And
D12.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yep.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah. No. That nigga's. Nas record label Mass Appeal. Mm-hmm. They do the rhythm roulette shit on YouTube. Yeah. His is my favorite one, nigga. That third beat that he made.
Him.
fire on the
That's
real.
him.
I want that
Yeah,
third
that
beat
nigga
off of
nice.
there. Oh, every beat he made was fire, but that last one, somebody took the beat and they looped it and they put it on YouTube.
For real?
And I downloaded it so I could write to it. Man, I want that shit so
Right.
bad. I swear that shit's fire. But peace to that brother on the real. He needs to put that shit out.
That was him that opened up that night. Sure was.
Damn,
okay.
that's what's up, dog.
How was that? Who you got? You said so. You got Nas,
Right.
Rakim,
Killer Priest.
Cannabis,
AZ.
Cannabis.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey,
AZ.
6. So you got
Six.
See?
I guess I'm gonna just coast from here. Who I gotta throw in there, man? I'm gonna represent for the guy because he departed too, but he's nice. Like his style is just incomparable. That nigga Prodigy.
Prodigy. Yeah,
from
man.
Mobb
Yes.
Deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the guy right there. That
Definitely.
every project he put out with Alchemist, man.
Man, that first one, the first one,
Return to the Mac.
Return of the Mac.
Classic
That's
material.
classic, yo.
2007.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That shit was classic.
Yup. I was banging that shit in my apartment on Villard.
Yeah, dog.
Little shack on the real. But yeah, peace to the guy, Prodigy, dog. He had his own little slang and everything, like the shit he would say.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that Hegelian
Everything.
dialectic was the truth. That last project before he made the transition and shit. Yeah. So P, and I'm gonna throw my homie in there too. This another Wu-Tang affiliate. But I gotta say him because he was like my first favorite when I was younger on my Cataclysm shit.
Yeah.
Niggas know Master Killer.
Master Killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Master Killer, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the
Yeah.
God. I love Master Killer. I wanted to be Master Killer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to say that when it comes
Yeah,
to this rap
yeah.
shit because I'm a fan first. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly. Man.
I'm
tell
a
me
fan
about it.
first.
Yep.
And I gotta throw Redman in there. You know what I'm saying?
Nine.
Uncle Reggie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Red.
Reggie
Yeah,
Noble.
Redman. And number 10, let me think. I'm gonna throw somebody else in who don't get mentioned a lot. Who's another one of my favorites, man. Big Pun. Big Punisher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That cat was dope.
Just
He
the
was
whole
dope, too.
the whole aura behind the way he came out, the Capital Punishment Project, the Terror Squad, Dream Shatterer, him putting Remy Ma on, the twin shit. So yeah, Big Pun. I had some good times. Like that Capital Punishment makes me reminisce about good times. You know.
That's what That's what
them is
hip
my
hop, good
niggas.
music do, man. It
Yeah.
make you.
Yep.
You remember
Yep.
certain times when you first heard that shit, or
No
it
doubt.
take you to a certain place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You remember where you was at, what was going on,
Yeah.
and the vibe of everything. You like, I remember when this dropped, and I remember when that came out, what was going on. That's
Yeah.
like you said. That's how hip hop makes you feel. Definitely.
So like, that's a dope top 10, man. So I get into mine.
Oh yeah, that was. I wasn't expecting that one. That was That was
Yeah.
nice. I like that.
That's some good-
You ain't never gonna hear no top 10 like that one.
Word
Definitely.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never hear that one. But like I said,
Nope.
it changed, man, and you know, over time,
But
it might-
everything was valid on there though. Like cats that really listen to hip hop, they understand what they like. Yep, that's real. That's everything on that was valid for sure.
hell yeah, it was. Especially the Big Pun, man. That you don't hear that from a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
real.
You don't, not at all, not
He's
at all.
right up there. If you made a Mount Rushmore, he would be up there. You know what I'm saying? Not just because he passed, neither, because he was, you know, it was just,
Yeah, he was dope.
he was like
His word
another
play
Biggie.
was crazy.
When I look,
A
when
little
I
he
more
was.
complex lyrically. That's
Exactly.
all. A little
when
bit
I-
more complex.
he had more. To me, it was more of somebody who changed the game or kind of like brought something different or new. So, like a different flavor. So, like, it was different enough to where maybe the music to some people wasn't there, but his impact, that's what, I guess that would be a better word.
Right.
The impact that he had was still put. So that's what I look at. That's what I look at when I look at my top 10 is not just lyrically, definitely not no damn album sales, but
Nah, I don't look at that.
yeah, but
Nah.
impact as well. Like what impact did they have on the culture, man, on the music, you know, on the sound, you know what I'm saying? Taking the sound, because he did a lot of, when he did his shit, it was a lot of the Congos and a lot of the
Right.
ethnic music he
Yeah.
put into
Culture.
it. You know what I mean? That he put into it, but it was still hip hop, man. It was
Right.
still rap.
Yep.
You know, it was still
Yeah, because then he had that flow with it and that vibe with it. Because then he used to fuck with like the beat nuts. They was doing a lot of his beats and shit like
Right.
that too. So they was on the same shit.
Yeah. So, that's what I look at. My top 10, my all-time favorite, man, I got a top 10, but my all-time favorite is always one. Everybody else after that kind of whatever order, man. But for me, my all-time favorite is KRS-One. I mean, that's, for me, that's what really got me into, deeper into hip-hop, man, because he brought to me the knowledge part of it that I wanted to hear.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't just like some type of book knowledge he was trying to spit at you. It was a lot of street knowledge. knowledge. And he said it in a way that was understandable, but it was lyrical and it was dope rhymes too at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it wasn't just like somebody preaching at you, because you can overdo it. When some cats overdo that shit, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to keep that shit relatable.
Yep.
And I think he always, to me, had a balance of being able to be lyrical with it, but tell a story or spit some knowledge in it. You know what I'm saying? And he never got off track of that. It always been the same. You know what I mean? As far as content, he never tried to get up and make a bunch of party songs and, stuff like that. He like, no, this is the hip hop I'm going to do. So for me, KRS-One was always.
Back in the day, we didn't have no Black history stuff in school. We didn't have an internet like these kids that where you can learn about culture
and just do it. And you can just learn on your own
and stuff like that. But see, back then, that's where we was getting our knowledge from was KRS-One.
From the music.
Chuck D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like them cats was rocking black medallion, African medallion.
Or you
see
it and it make you want to go to the library.
Yep.
And
That's
look
the
that shit
acronym
up.
for his name. Knowledge reigns supreme
Knowledge
over
reigns supreme.
nearly
Exactly.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
when Public Enemy was talking about Farrakhan and Malcolm X and stuff like that, that made us.
that's what made all of us
that's
want
what
to go
these cats
do it
on.
and
Right.
see it and
Hip hop
study
would
it.
sample it too.
And study it and say, man, who was that?
Yeah.
And what they talking about? And so that was one of the main reasons KRS-One to always be like number one for me, because he made me think about it, the world different, a little more.
respect.
You know what I'm saying? More than anybody else could have, because I was listening to the music. So, number two for me, Nas. That's of course that like for me, man, it's 1, 2. That's it right there, because.
Right.
It Was Written. That was my favorite album.
I was
man.
just finna ask you. Okay, good.
It Was Written, man.
Telekinetic answer.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, man, the last one was it. Life Is Good. I'm telling
That
you,
was a dope album.
I really like that album,
Me
man.
too, dog.
And for me, I mean, it's still in my rotation. I still listen
Facts.
to the songs off that album. So,
Well, that wasn't his last one, but
well, not that, but yeah, that was just EP. But
Thankfully, we waited like 5 years for 7 joints, but it's cool.
the one with
Yeah.
Kanye West.
yeah, that album.
Yeah.
But to me, that album was dope too, though.
Yep.
You know what I'm
More
saying?
evolution.
This last one, the Nasir album, that shit was dope, man.
Oh yeah. I like that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me
I'm
a
waiting
minute.
on my
To, I had to sit down and listen to. A lot of times when I hear these albums, I just skim through them real quick. But then when I'm like, okay, I need to sit down and really listen to it. And I was like, all right, I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, that album was dope, man. I liked it, man. So, but yeah, It Was Written. That was my favorite Nas album, man. So, number 3, man, I had Styles P, because that's just
The
Ghost, man. That's hard bars, and straight up street knowledge though. That's all he kicking right there. That's it. You gotta listen to the bars, man, and it's always dope production, and of course all the shit with the Locks, man, the group. What can you say? I mean, I like Styles over Kiss. A lot of people like Kiss. I like Styles, man.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm black.
That shit,
Nigga
man.
slept.
Like that album,
I get
the album he
goosebumps.
just
Yeah.
did with him and Kweli together, that might have been the best album of 2017.
Oh, they had the album, The
To me.
7.
I slept on it.
That shit
Man.
I slept.
Yeah.
I know. I'm aware of it. I need to listen to it. I
Yeah,
slept.
that might have
Yeah,
been
that
to
one
me.
was
That
dope.
was the best album.
That might have been
listen to
that
that.
might have been the dopest album of 17. That
Yeah.
one and probably what else came out that year? Shit, it was a lot of it wasn't.
It was a lot of
but
stuff
that might have
came
been the
out
best one.
Yeah,
that
number
might have been
4,
the best
man, I
one.
got Black Thought. I mean,
Yep.
a lot of people, of course, everybody know a lot of people sleep on dude, man, and I mean, he don't care, of course, but yeah, dog.
Right.
I mean, rhymes, all the shit with the roots, and now we starting to get some solo shit from him, man. He finally. Cass used to be like, dog, when this motherfucker go through a solo album, and I respect that,
Yeah.
He the roots. That's who It's not about him. You know what I'm saying?
He's a serious
Right.
nigga, man.
Yeah, it's not
He's a
about him.
serious
It's
nigga.
about the
Very.
music and the group. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Very.
So I
He
was
don't fuck
always
around.
respected
Yeah.
that about him. So I understood. But of course, as fan, we fans first, like you said, man.
Honorable mention for Black Thought, like, because I was gonna
Yeah.
say him, but
Yeah.
it slipped my mind because it's so many.
It's
I gotta
so-
say
yeah,
that.
you got-
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. So now he finally, getting off into some real, solo shit instead of just features on other people's albums and songs and stuff
And
that.
his shit been the same since day one.
Oh,
You know what I'm
his
saying?
flow-
He ain't trying to be nobody else and his shit been the same since day. He one of the only. He is one of the few cats that like still make me rewind and be like, hold on, wait a minute, let me rewind that shit. Look,
Real
did he say
shit.
what now? Hold on.
Yeah,
He said that
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't a lot of cats that make me do that.
His
But he one of them that
consistency,
be like, let me
man.
rewind that. Yeah.
The consistency from him, man. I don't think I've ever really heard a whack verse or bar or
Never.
anything from Dog.
That nigga
before.
will say a
Never.
word that you didn't know you could say it that way. One word,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of any time I just was like, what? I can't think of no time like that. So, number 5, man, I got Ghostface. And I think
Ghost.
for me, Ghost is he out of the Wu, man. He the coldest cat out the Wu to me too. So a lot of similarities, man. Ghostface, yeah. Especially with all the live shit he been doing lately, the live albums he did with Adrian Young, man, and the Bad Bad Not Good and the 36 Seas,
Yep.
all that, So I think he, for me, man, the Ghost carried the Wu, man, for a long time. He still do to me. Shit.
He did.
He here tonight.
Yeah, he here tonight. Yeah. So, yeah. Number 6, man, I got Redman. So, Reggie Noble. I think he's probably the most consistent artist, man, in hip hop. Like, he always put out, I can't think of no album from Redman that I just really didn't like.
It was one. I ain't gonna front.
Oh, that one that was, what was it called? Just
Malpractice.
No, hell no.
Okay,
Malpractice
my
was one of my
bad.
best
Nah, it
ones.
was.
Yeah,
it was
I liked it.
called,
I liked
think
it
was
too.
I think it was just called Redman.
Reggie.
Or Reggie. Yeah, that
Reggie.
one.
You know
Reggie.
what? That was
the
off the label album.
Was it? No, I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was-
last one that he had on Def Jam.
That's what I mean.
It was.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the last one he turned in.
He even said that this album ain't really Redman. This is more Reggie.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why it was.
yeah.
I liked it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel you, my nigga. He was like, "Let me get y'all this and get out of here."
Yeah, he
You know
was
what
like,
I
"I'm
mean?
out, B."
Word up.
Yep.
That was his "I'm out of here."
Hey,
album.
you know-
I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he has some,
Hey,
good
go-
songs on there too, though. You know what I'm saying?
That was his Nasir. He
Ghost
just
did
called it
that.
Reggie.
Ghost did that with that Apollo Kids album, but that
Facts.
shit.
But that shit was dope, though. That was
It
one of
was.
his
It
best
was. I was just-
albums.
I
Apollo
was just listening to
Kids.
that shit a couple days ago. Yeah,
That was one of, to me, that was one of his
best.
best albums. Shit.
I was thinking
Yeah,
of Fish
it
Scale.
was.
Fish Scale?
Fish Scale.
Nah,
Yeah, but he did 2 of those.
He
That
did,
was-
though.
he
You
did,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did Fish Scale, and then he did More
You're right.
Fish.
Yeah, more fish. I got both of them too.
Yeah.
Physicals.
So, yeah, I still got that shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else I got? 7, Sean Price. Man, I mean,
Pete.
rest in peace
Yeah,
to P,
sir.
man. But I still listen to him like he alive. Man. I
Rock.
still listen to all this shit. I was just listening to shit the other day, dog. That one song he got, what is it? Clans and Clicks, man. We got the on the Wu-Tang shit.
Yo.
Yeah, dog. Hey. Because he did the same beat off of, man, who used that beat on the Wu-Tang album? I can't remember. That sample, the RZA used it on something else. But yeah, Sean Price, man, it's dope. From even back in the Helter Skelter days, with him and, Ruck and Rock, hard bars all the time.
Nocturnal.
Yeah, I'm going to do like you, man. I'm going to throw MC in there, Rhapsody, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, she's I'm sure that's someone a lot of people won't put in their top 10, but
Yeah.
with this last album,
They sleeping.
Layla's Wisdom, that's what that album for me.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, that put her in my top 10, man. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking dope. Like her and Knife Wonder got like some Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg type shit going on. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
He took her on.
Yo, remember we saw her
Yeah.
at A3C when nobody knew who the fuck she was? And I think she opened up for the Locks. Was it the Locks that night?
yeah, it was that night. It was the whole Jam Lot Squad because that's where we found GQ. Remember we found GQ that night?
GQ.
Yeah, so
it was like a North Carolina showcase.
So-
Yep.
No, yeah, Dari. It's that night. It was Knife Wonder was DJing. Then GQ came out. Me and Marcus was like, who the fuck is this nigga? From Oakland. Dog, cold as a
Bro, I
motherfucker,
never
man.
heard
You
of
never
him.
heard GQ?
Oh.
Nah, he cold as a
Oh
motherfucker.
yeah. I was
yo.
just bumping that shit the other day.
He's from
Like
Oakland,
2 days
man.
ago, I was
Yeah,
just listening to that
yeah.
GQ
He played
shit.
for North Carolina Tar Heels, a basketball team.
For
so
real?
that's what he used to
Yeah,
play.
hey, that nigga
Because
nice.
you know Knife Wonder from North Carolina. I think that's how they all hooked up or
Right.
whatever. But he's from Oakland. And it was him. He rocked. I think there's the other cat named Halo. His name Halo too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
He rocked, and then Rhapsody came out, and she did her thing, and yeah. That's when we
Shut that
found GQ
motherfucker
that
down.
night, though, dog. We was there that night, dog, listening to it on our phone. Like, hold on, man, where you?
Word.
How we ain't never heard of this motherfucker, dog?
Damn,
Yeah.
I gotta
So
check that
I've been
nigga
following
out.
him ever since then,
That's
man. Yeah,
what's
GQ. Yeah, he dope.
Hey, and that shit was on like a
love
motherfucking Thursday, nigga. It was about 50 people in there. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, dog, that shit was dope
Yep.
as fuck. And then the locks came out.
Yeah.
Y'all seen plenty niggas. That's
Yep.
one thing I was gonna say. That's dope.
Dog, me and my brother, dog, we some concert junkies, man.
Right.
Hey, if it's some dope shit, we gonna go see it, man. So,
Yep.
you know,
I
especially
be
if it's
doing that shit down here, Dolo, nigga.
Oh, but see, down there in Atlanta with you, man, you could just walk in and it might be Diamond D DJing and fucking
Damn,
Pete
for
Rock
real?
and Pete Rock.
See, that's all.
Didn't you fall into some shit like that before?
Listen, this was about a month or two ago, and it was a day party down at the sound table. So they had like about 5 different DJs. So like the last DJ of the night was Diamond D. The nigga didn't play no hip hop all night, all samples, on 45s, all
Wow.
night for like 3 hours. Yeah, for free. That shit was free. And then was it not too long right before that? Right across the street from there, went to a little party on the rooftop. Main Source was in there. Large Professor on the ones and twos.
Damn.
And Planet Asia was rocking.
Beautiful shit.
You just
crazy.
walk, you just fall
That shit was
into
like-
that shit.
Damn. And
Yep.
this is where?
Atlanta. Yeah,
Damn.
Yep.
yeah. So, yeah, man. So number 9, I got Rakim, the God. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
that was another art. That was one of the artists when I found hip hop. I had to go back and listen to the early stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Paid in Full, and you know all of that good stuff. So, Rakim, he always gonna be in my top 10, man. So, number 10, the one that ain't nobody gonna expect, Lil Fang, Fizzy Womack from MOP. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
The truth.
yeah, man. I like hard bars, man. So.
Yeah.
that
He's
Brook-
in my SoundCloud playlist.
Yeah, that Brooklyn shit, man. He got a solo album coming out, so hopefully he drop it.
Word.
Yeah, he got a single out, man. So I haven't seen the album yet, so hopefully it's coming soon. So that's my top 10. You know, we all got a good top 10.
Oh, yeah. It's solid all the way around.
Yeah,
All the way
Yeah,
around.
beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah.
it changed, you know. It all depends on like what you feeling like, you know.
yeah. So that was a good episode, y'all. I'm glad y'all brothers came on with me.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, we
For sure.
might
For sure.
revisit this topic another time and another place.
Yo, I wanted to say too, real quick, maybe we could do like top 5 groups, our favorite groups or
Yep.
something.
Yeah,
And
we're
I'll
gonna
say
do
5
groups.
because it's groups, so that
Yeah.
already encompasses a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
We're gonna do some groups too. Yeah. Like I said, that's what the Golden Era podcast is gonna be about, man. Top 10 groups. What was the best, you know, this or best that, and we're gonna talk about the music, man. We're gonna talk about how it made you feel and you know all that good stuff. So I'm glad y'all all tuned in. Make sure, like I said, y'all follow us at Golden Era Podcast on IG or just hit up the website, goldenerapodcast.com. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother, man, for calling
man,
in.
it was an honor to be amongst y'all today. For sure. I appreciate it, definitely.
Hey, big bro, check me out on Instagram at Dari Blue Star. I got bars on there, man.
Most definitely.
I'm about to do that right now.
Yeah, at Dari Blue Star on the real.
Yeah.
Follow me. I'll follow you back, bro.
Right, I'm gonna hit it right now as soon as I get up off of here.
Word.
Yeah, so, all right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit us up. Leave some comments, feedback. Peace.
One.
All right, holla.